Hi everyone, it's Birdie here, the recycled hippie chick, my little YouTube friends. Listen, I'm working in this journal and I thought, you know what? I was just telling Ricky on Marco Polo, I ought to just turn it on and do it with everybody because I'm just sitting here. This little journal, it's yay big, just a grungy little thing. I have not put it together. I'm just, working in it, and then I'll bind it. I'm gonna do every page. I usually make naked journals to sell, but this one, I don't know. I just am gonna try to put something on every page. I'm sitting here enjoying it, and I've already done several pages, and I thought, well, what the heck? Let's just let everybody else join us. So I'm going to do a quick flip through because I'm probably about to tear this thing apart, and work on the pages individually. I'll show you what I've got done so far. I need to make something to put in this little belly band. I need to do this page. That one can just be done to me because I like it. Do it, done. Done, done. So when I say done, I have embellished in some way or painted. Somebody else can come in and put a focal on there. Who knows? I may run through and see a focal that I think would look good on there and put it on there. I'm going to do something. Done, done. But for the most part, some of these I just consider done. Done, done, done. I've just been playing around. Done, done, done. Could be done, could have something on it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to go through and keep piddling in it while y'all are watching. I've got things written down in my notebook over here that I want to talk about, and that's one signature. And I've actually got like 10 pages in here, so I may take some of those out now that I'm doing them. If it gets too gator-mouthed, I may, take some of those pages out. I need to get I have little tags already made, so I may put you on pause and get up and go get those little tags. Golly, I'm going to have to separate these. That's like 3 things here with Now, is that pockets? Yeah, look at all these. Is that pockets? No, that's a fold. Okay, well, these two I don't want together because, they're both little fold outs with pockets. So what I do is I make sure those are separated. You don't want to see pocket, pocket, pocket. You want to see them separated. And I don't like to make pockets as a centerfold. It's just me. You do you. I just like to get them separated. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to start here, and I've got some little focal images to work with, and I got some little tabs here I can work with. I'm just going to play, and my smaller than $1 bin is opened up. So let's just take the first page and just start going through it. I have to respond to Helen, Miss Moss. I call her Miss Moss. It's not, I don't know why I want to call her Miss Moss Cottage. It's just Moss Cottage. But I call her Miss Moss. So I watched her video the other day and just had so much I wanted to comment. I just wanted to sit and talk to her while she was doing her video. And so I thought, well, I got to write everything down I want to say, and I'll just say it on a video, and that way she can watch my video and see my comments. I just love, Helen, how you talk to yourself. It is so stinking adorable. I'm not kidding you. If you guys don't watch Moss Cottage, you need to scoot your booty over there and check her out. She's just adorable. She's just plain down to earth like I am. She's plain and down to earth like I am with a cabin, okay? You know Birdie don't have no cabin. But she just likes to play with her junk, and she talks to herself. Now, Helen, why did you do that? You know that doesn't match, Helen. Stop it. You know, I just laugh at her. And she just is talking. And I do that. I talk to myself. I haven't done it on video yet. Helen's one-upped me. But at home, I do talk to myself. You know, Amy, what are you doing in here? You're supposed to be cleaning the kitchen. Stop cleaning the laundry room out and get back on the kitchen. You know, that's how I do to make myself not see a squirrel and get sidetracked. So, but she's just the cutest darn thing. She's almost got me wanting to do a trash journal. I have never really been interested in doing one, but watching her has just pert near got me wanting to do a trash journal. Because what she said today, or not today, when I watched her last, is she said it's just so easy to just sit and glue stuff and not care about, like I am, you know, not care about needing to make a cluster or needing to make layers or anything else. You're just gluing and playing. And sometimes I really just need that. I don't want to make something all the time that I think somebody else is going to see. Some things I just want to have that freedom, and I have not done anything yet. There's nothing I have done without thinking in the back of my mind, somebody's going to see this. So I have not completely freed myself up yet. So I feel like I need to do that. That's part of my therapy. I really need to free myself up and feel completely comfortable. You know, maybe if I made a book and said, at the end of this book, I'm going to burn it in the trash barrel. Just saying that. So that I don't have to worry about, even after I'm gone, somebody seeing it going, oh, well, that's not really that cute. I shouldn't care about what anybody else thinks, whether it's cute or not. But somewhere in my brain, I do, and that's why I'm doing this, you know, for therapy. Working those issues out in my life. Bam, page done. Now, I'll probably go back. No, pages don't always need a word, okay? They just don't. So, yeah, I'm just simply done. I may go back sitting at my chair and put some sewing threads up in here or something. But if I don't want to, I won't. So there you go. There you have it. That page is done. What was I going to tell you about? I was talking about Miss Moss. Well, I don't remember. It's completely gone. So, ooh, that kind of looks cool with that, doesn't it? Yeah, I think I'm just going to do that. Think I'm gonna. So I got to kind of figure this out. Oh, I bought some, you know, my Temu. It'll get uploaded tonight. Bought some I'm going to call them finger protectors. I don't like to call them a finger condom. That just sounds weird. So I'm going to call them finger protectors. And to put on while I'm gluing, and I keep forgetting to put them on. So I got them out so I could use them. And by golly, I'm going to use them. By golly. I'm going to cut this down so it fits. I have a hard time with that. If I pick out an image, I usually really like that image, and it's very hard for me to cut it or tear it or make it a different size. So that's something else I'm working on. Everything is therapy, isn't it? Art therapy. That's what I'm doing. With my finger protector. One thing Miss Moss said, she's making fairies like I was making. And we're all on the fairy wagon right now. Okay, that's what I wanted to tell you. It's coming back to me. So hold the fairy wagon. Let me say what I forgot a while ago. It's gone again. Okay, now it's back. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is terrible. I got rid of a bunch of people. If I got rid of you, if I normally have subscribed to your channel and you notice I'm gone or whatever, I apologize. It's not that I don't like your channel. It's not that I don't like you. I just had so many people. Look here, I got one of these little daubers. My Temu order flip through will be downloading tonight, so you'll see it. This came in there. I'm giving it a whirl. I see you girls use these, and guys, and I'm giving them a whirl because they were very, very cheap with Temu. Okay, so I had upwards close to 400 people that I was subscribed to on YouTube. So many that I couldn't possibly watch them, and I was forgetting who I was subscribed to, and it was just weird. I'd have to fish through there looking for somebody I wanted to watch. And so I decided, the other night sitting watching TV with husband, I said, I'm going to get rid of a lot of these subscriptions and just keep the ones that I watch and enjoy. So I did. I sat and deleted everything down to like 65 people. And what I noticed was, when I was kind of looking at who I watch and who I enjoy and stuff like that, I was noticing a pattern that the people I enjoy watching the most, nothing personal for you people who do your channel differently. I'm just cutting off the ink line because there's an ink line here where I drew something and I don't want to see it, so I'm cutting that ink line off. I noticed that I enjoy watching people who just work with things they already have. Recycled items, used items, throwaway items. That just tends to be what I enjoy. So I got rid of a lot of people, you know, because I have kept people who do digitals or who buy Tim Holtz stuff or whatever and want to say, this is art glitter glue and this color is quinacridone nickel. I'm not interested in that. You do you. There are people who are interested in what color you're using and what glue you like. That is not me. So I was saving some of those people's channels that do that, thinking I can look past the digitals and get the idea of what they're doing, and I can recreate it in my own manner with my junk. Guess what? I wasn't doing that. I wasn't. I'd tend to look, oh, digitals, move on, because it looks too scrapbooky for me, and I'm not into that. So I got rid of them. And I'll tell you something else I noticed. It was kind of therapeutic for me because I was learning a little bit about myself as I did it. I was also noticing that I tend to watch the people that I feel like I have a connection with the most. Like people that talk and gab like I do, that chit chat or whatever. I feel like I have made several friends, and some of you I talk to on a regular basis, on Messenger or Marco Polo or texting or whatever. Those people I tend to watch because I feel like I have a connection with you. The ones that I don't really feel like I have a connection with, then I also got rid of. I hate to say got rid of or unsubscribed, because I don't want that to be a mean thing. I just had to decide, Amy, Birdie, what do you enjoy and what draws you to a channel? And those are the channels you need to keep. So I did. 65 channels, though not all of those are, I can't say those are all art channels, Some of those are gardening channels or cooking recipe channels or how to stretch your body videos or how to make your own tincture out of weeds. It's everything that I watch on YouTube. Now, I did not use that criteria with weed people or recipe sites or something like that. I didn't say, oh, do I have a connection with you? No, I just simply, do I use you very much? Do I learn from you? Do I want to go look you up when I have a weed? I'm wondering what it is, or, that's kind of the criteria I used for that. Anyway, that's what I did. But Miss Moss was, she was making fairies, because several of us have watched Janet Nash and we love her fairies. And so we're into making her fairies right now. And several of us are wanting to make a fairy journal and, things like that. And Miss Moss, and then Janet changes, and then she makes scrappy hearts, and then she makes these little buttons, and Miss Moss was going, Janet, girl, you got to slow down. We cannot keep up with you. And I was like, oh my gosh, you are so right. Janet does so many things so quickly, and we are all so excited about it and want to just follow along and try everything she does, that we cannot keep up. But the glorious wonder of it all being on video is that we can go back, and watch it at our own convenience when we want. I mean, I've probably watched her fairy journal 4 times. Her fairy journal and making her little whimsical fairies. I just go back and watch them over and over and over till I figure out how to do mine, or till my own little inspiration kicks in and I find my own way to do it. I just keep watching it over and over and over. So, yeah. Janet, slow down, girlfriend. No, we're just kidding you. You keep it up. We can always watch replay of your videos. But we do. We want to do all the fun, exciting things that you are showing us, because it really is fun and exciting. Christina Shack's doing it. Miss Moss is doing it. I'm doing it. We're all just Janet Nash followers. You're gonna have to start having a merchandise section of your video, Janet. WWJD. What would Janet Nash do? You're gonna have hats and T-shirts and things like that to sell on your channel, so we can have pictures of your cups of tea and Freddie in his chair and all of it, and the fairy doors and the giving tree. You'll have to make shirts with all that stuff on it so people can buy it. I mean, I'm laughing, but all the guys that my husband watches, they do that. the guys that have like the, you know, fix your hot rod car and all that, they all have their own merchandise. They have their own t-shirts. They have their name on it with their logo and stickers. They have stickers of silly things they say, you know, and people go on there and buy it. It's crazy. Oh, the wonderful world of YouTube, right? I love talking when I'm doing this because I've already done what? 3 pages, and it's taken me all day just to do 3 pages because I just, you know, I say this every time. I overthink everything. You know, I tell you all the time, we need some gesso. Just, I don't know why. It just needs to be messed up here is what it needs. Put all this together. Like blend it together or whatever you call it. And then what else I want to do is I want to use my new paint. And I want to make some splatters. So let's use our new paint. See how this stuff works. You'll have to watch my Temu unboxing to learn the story of this paint. There again, I'm doing it because I bought this paint because Helen and Janet have it. And I want to be like the big girls, the cool girls. So I went on searching for this and found it on the Temu. And that's what led me to my Temu order. Was looking for sparkly paint. And I found it. 3 things of it. Look at this one. 24. Now these are supposed to be glittery. We'll see when I put it all on my little doomahickey here. We'll see how glittery those are, but I think they're going to be fun. So, let's see here. Let's just set that aside. Well, let's just go ahead and I'm going to leave this one. Whoever gets it, maybe they'll want to do their own thing on that page. I'll put it over here and let it dry. Okay. Miss Moss said she thinks she and I are kindred, online kindred spirits. We truly are. We do, Helen, think a lot alike, I think. You do say things also that I say, yep, you're right. I believe that. Yep, that's what I think. Because I talk to you when you're on your video, when I'm not giggling at you, talking to yourself. I also say things to you like you do me. Except she was talking about, what state do you live in, Helen? Or I'm not sure you even want to say that because, you know, some of us shady people out here. She lives on a mountain. Her cabin's on a mountain and there's bears up there. She's not run across any yet, but she was talking about them on her video. Her neighbor has run across them having trouble with their chickens. And she was talking about camping, you know, and you can't leave your food out. I'm sorry. My camper is so thin that a bear could just reach his hand in and tear the wall apart. And there's no way I would sleep in a tent with a bear in any form of those woods. I just couldn't do it. There's no way I would be able to sleep. There's just no way. I would have to say, beam me up, Scotty. I'm not staying. I can't do it. So there's a reason I guess I'm in Kansas because there's no way I could live somewhere where there were bears. If a bear wanted to, he could break a window and come in your house. I mean, come on, surely a bear could do that. And no way am I going to live somewhere or I could stay or camp or anything. No way. No can do. So that's one aspect where we're different. You are so much more braver than I am. because it just freaked me out when you were talking about the bears. No. I'm just tearing this picture out. I know I'm going to have to adjust it. I'm just getting it out so I can see where I need to adjust on my page. And I think Miss Moss's fairies are adorable. You know, when we can't compare ourselves with Janet, because Janet's the master, the fairy master. She just is. But our fairies completely take on a different life of their own, and we just have to learn to love them. I know we all want our fairies to be like Janet's, but they're not going to be. They're not going to be. So, yes, I thought your fairies were adorable, and I really hope you do a video on them, because I would love to watch how you did yours and attempt it. Each time we attempt somebody else's method, it all comes together in our own method. It's like throwing a different vegetable in our stew. We could all stand side by side and make a vegetable stew, but they're all three going to taste different. So it's fun to watch how everybody else makes their fairies and attempt it, because it brings our own, what do I want to say, unique style to ours. So I'm excited. I cannot make feet, and I noticed that Helen, she makes little leaves as their feet. I'm totally going to steal that idea and try it on mine, because I think it's a great idea for those of us who cannot make feet. Also, Miss Moss was saying, oh, I need to do like Birdie does and, you know, watercolor the faces and stuff first before I go around it with pen. Well, actually, Janet draws it first. She draws her face and her hair and everything first, and then goes over it with her paint. What we need to do is figure out what kind of pen Janet uses, because Miss Moss's pen was smeary, and it turned her fairy into the dirty garden fairy, because, you know, she was saying fairies get dirty out in the, you know, the world of the forest. And I made a fairy after I was off, you know, camera with you guys. I made a fairy, and she completely smeared all over, because I went back and watched Janet's video again, and she had noticed that she had drawn her characters first, and so I tried that and then smeared it everywhere. So I got to figure out what kind of pen she uses. Janet, is that a secret, or are you willing to share that? And I don't even know if we can get it here in the U.S., whatever kind of pen you use. So but I want to tell you, because we all help each other, you know, like when we were helping Christina's shack, when we were helping her get ideas on how she could bind her caravan journal, I kept thinking, and then Miss Moss said, yes, I'm glad Birdie made that video. I was wanting to help her too. I keep thinking back, of course, to Janet Nash. I know some of you are going, come on, enough with the Janet Nash stuff. Well, right now, she is a huge part of my life, my learning of art and my therapy and everything. Janet is a big part of it. And I always think back to the saying she says, teamwork makes the dream work. And it really does. We help each other. We want to give each other ideas. We want to be there when each other fails, pick each other up, encourage each other, keep going. We can do this. Teamwork really does make the dream work. Anyway, I was thinking that when Miss Moss was saying we were trying to help Christina. I got to do something here. We got to do something. Maybe this man wants to be sitting in there smoking. Let's see what he looks like. Because it's going to have something in there. It'll be covered up for the most part. I'm sorry, I'm bumping you. I'm hitting my little light cord. And it's making you jiggle wiggle. Maybe this man, yeah, it'll look like he's sitting right on the edge of that pocket. I think it'll be wonderful. Wonderful. These, I'm really digging these finger protectors. I really am. Because by the time I go in at night, I have to scrub my fingers to get layers of 3 different kinds of glue off of them. And this one, if it starts bothering me, I'll just take it off and pitch it. That's cute. Okay, let's put something in here because he needs a little bit of edging here. I'm trying to, I really want each of these pages to be grunged up. Kind of my grungy journal. Okay, we'll just let that, well, let's go ahead and grunge up this side. It takes quite some time for this to dry when you splatter something on there like that, so I'll probably just set this one aside till later. Then I'll glue something onto it. Let me just try to dry it real quick. Okay. I think I kind of like, no, I've already got something on that page. I don't on this one. Okay, I'm kind of thinking I like that one in there. I want to make sure. Okay, I'm kind of like that in here. Probably ought to layer it with something. Oh, let's see here. No, I don't want it to go. Here, Jack. Go, Jack, go. See, Jane, run. I don't want that on there. We'll just put a little bit of book page on there. Where's the... Okay, let's do that. Let's use a glue stick. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I noticed, I'm going to talk about Janet one more time. I noticed when Janet does her You know, I have decided, actually, well, she has, I think she has several different shapes. I'm not sure. You know, I have that mushroom-shaped glue book I've started. And she has several different shapes, I believe. I'm not sure. I know she has a flower-shaped one. And she was saying on the video I watched yesterday that she takes her Happy Mail and what she gets in her Happy Mail, she creates in her glue book. And I was like, oh my gosh, I did that accidentally, not, just like her, not realizing it. But I took all of her Happy Mail and made a page out of it in my glue book. And then it gave me the idea that when somebody sends me Happy Mail, I have another book over there that just sat in my Etsy shop and didn't sell. And so I took it off, you know, so it wasn't for sale anymore, because I thought, well, it must not be very pretty to people. So I'm going to take it and use it so that when somebody sends me Happy Mail, that's going to be my Happy Mail book. That I'm going to use my Happy Mail in there, and I'm going to use their envelope, and everything that I liked about their Happy Mail is going to go in that book. And I'm going to put their address in there so that I have it recorded. And if I want to send them something later, I can go back and see what their address was. And I date when I got it, so I know, look, I got this Happy Mail from so-and-so in this year. And so that's just my way that I'm going to record all that. So I just thought that was cool, that sometimes we are like-minded accidentally, and it's just cool. It's just cool. I can't tell you how, yes, I can tell you, because I've told you guys over and over and over how much being on here has helped me, done for me, all that good jazz. It just really has. I want to put these bees on there is what I want to do. These cutesy little bees. I'm going to do the impatient fussy cutting version because I don't like to fussy cut. So this is the impatient version of fussy cutting. Don't care if there's white space around it. I don't care if their antennas get whacked off. I don't care about any of that, because it's just beauty to me. And then I can just go over it with my dauber and just grunge it up a little bit. Voila. Okay. Now, I saw this TikTok today. Let me make sure there's nothing else here. Oh. I did want to say, I did want to say Miss Moss, she put an old hanky over one of her dresses of her fairies, and it was adorable. And oh my gosh, I've got so many old hankies because I am a hanky user. And I just use them till they're just practically see-through, and I can't use them anymore. And they get rotten and everything else, and I just can't get rid of them because I'm attached to my hankies. So I put them in a box out here thinking someday I'll do something crafty with them. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to put, you know, different parts of my hankies on my fairy dresses. Another page. Done. Anyway, I wanted to ask you, Miss Moss, do you listen to Janet Nash live? If you do, are you just a gentle listener? Because I don't ever see you in the comments. You know, sometimes I'll see something and comment on it, but for the most part, I consider myself a gentle listener, just kind of doing my art along with her in the background and just listen. But then something will spark me, and this is how I watch her. I watch her on my TV over here to my right, and then I prop my phone up here with the chat going on, and I mute my phone so I can hear her and watch her on my TV. And then I just kind of keep an eye on the chat, and if somebody says something I'm interested in, I'll jive in and answer or whatever. But for the most part, I'm arting along with her. I'll show you what she did the other day that I arted along with her. She has this roll of packing tape. You know, that paper tape you get that you wet the back and you put it on your boxes? I didn't have any, so I just cut up a paper grocery bag in strips. And she was just doing, you know, painty paper stuff on it so that she could cut it. Well, let's do one. She was going to cut it for pockets and what have you. You can do whatever you want with it. Let's put a pocket in this one over here. And so I just do that. That's what I do in the background. I did that one. I did this one, which is a little wider. And I put tape on that because I ripped it. Obviously, it does not want to stick to the tape. But you can simply do whatever you want with this. Tear it apart however you wish to use it. I think I'm going to use this one in here for a pocket. I'm tearing it because I want to, and I'm going to make it shorter, or maybe just fold it over. Or maybe we want a corner pocket. Or maybe we want a tuck. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it like this. And make it, I'm going to do it like this. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to do something, I don't know, off the cuff, because I don't know where this is coming from, but I'm just going to tuck this corner under, okay? And I'm going to glue two sides down, the back side and the bottom. And it's hard to see where my spine is on this. Okay, I'm just going to do that. And that way I can just tuck something in there. I kind of like this mushroom on there. Over on this other page, I dropped it on there accidentally, and it looked good with that color. So I'm going to put this mushroom on there, but I don't like it. It's so plain. I'm going to take my ink pen, and I'm going to scribble around the edges just to, you know, bring it out a little bit. Like that. So I'll have to find a tag to stick in there. Just something to tuck in. Oh, I wanted to tell you what I saw on a TikTok. It kind of scared me tonight, but no need to be scared because God's in control, and I know it's all a part of his big plan, and we win in the end. So it was this lady from Canada, she was doing this TikTok, and she was saying she was scared that her country has just passed a law that they have now moved into a cashless society in Canada. And she said, this is just terrible to me, because she said, this means no more saving for a rainy day. No more sticking a few bucks back in case you want to run to the car wash, or, no more piggy banks for your children. No more sticking money in a birthday card. No more, no more. They now are completely cashless. And she said they know and can control where you shop and what you buy with this. Like, you can't have a garage sale and go get change for your garage sale. That'll be over. Like, how is all that stuff going to happen? They will now know if you sell something at a garage sale. Maybe you sell something at a garage sale and it was $3 and you didn't want to turn it in, and that's your freedom, whether you want to do that or not. Whether it's right or not, I don't know, but it's your freedom whether you want to sell a dozen eggs for $2 and pocket the $2. You can no longer do that. You will have to claim every single penny that comes into your life, and they'll know about it and control it. And that was really crazy to me. But you know what? We're right on their doorstep. It'll be happening here next in America. I mean, it's just a matter of time. Gone will be the days of all that. Our children won't know what it's like to, to be able to have a yard sale or something like that. And I don't know. It was just crazy. I thought I'd share that. It was just weird, I guess. Okay, let's see here. I want to tear it. Sometimes it's hard for me to glue. Sometimes I just want to trim it later, but it's hard for me to know where to put my glue. So sometimes it's easier for me to go ahead and try to get it sized before I glue it on. Do you guys ever have that trouble? It's not trouble. It's just making it easier. Okay, here we go. I'm going to use this one. The only reason I'm grabbing for my Fabri-Tac is because when I use shiny paper, I feel like the art glitter glue has a tendency to pull up easier. The Fabri-Tac just really grabs the shiny better and makes it stick. That's the only reason. And then sometimes if it's a rough paper, then I feel okay with using my glue stick. And I really wanted that pulled up a bit, and yeah, it's too late. Darn it. I wanted to stick this under it, but it's okay. But it talks about a cashless society. It talks about a one world government. It talks about all that stuff in the Bible that'll happen in the end days. So, before Christ comes back. So, I just look at it as, yay, things are being fulfilled and time is closer. for his return. So I glorify in that. I am excited. I'm ready. It's just weird that I just never thought in my lifetime I would ever live to actually see it happening. And I am. Let's see, which side did I have? This one? No. Oh my goodness, my Lanta. Here. I think I had it like that. There we go. Now, I don't want to cut it. I want to rip it. There we go. I think we need a little something something on that one. Let's see what we can find here. Oh, I think this one here looks good right there. That was easy, wasn't it? I just saw a little bit of that purple pull out in that little ribbon. And then it's just a matter of which way do you want it to go. And I just kind of like it hanging like that. So there we go. That is how she shall be. Pays to have these clusters done. Sitting in there watching TV at night, putting some clusters together. See, it just kind of finishes off a little something, doesn't it? I'm not real happy with this tea bag in here. It keeps bothering me when I look at it. So I think I need something else behind it. And I'm not going to waste time making one when I've already got them made. Okay, I think since this little tea bag already has a dingle-dangle on it, I'm going to just stick an old card in there. I don't know what kind of card it was. Let's see if it even fits, because, yeah, it'll fit. There we go. We just put both of them in there. I think it's because this is plain over here that's bothering me. So let's just take one of these pieces up here that had painty paper, and let's just knock some of that plainness off. That's all it takes, is to make me happy. It's just like that. Let's just go one step farther. Just a minute. Okay, I think it's kind of funny. I just told myself, grab the first one you see and stamp. I wanted to just put a stamp over there. And then I walk back over, and I notice there's cherries on there. And I picked a tree. So it's like the little cherry tree is going to be over here. So that was a happy little accident. Now there's that little block. Where's that little block thing? I had that little block. Darn it. Let me find that little block thingy. Okay, well, I have 2 of those acrylic blocks, and I put them somewhere where I could just grab them. I thought I stuck them in my ink drawer, so they'd be right there with everything, and I could just grab them when I needed one. And I don't know where I put them, so we're going to improvise. Pretend like this is our block. Because it's okay. There's always a way to fix stuff. That's just, I'm the mishap organizer. And it's okay. It's just how I am. Let's put our little cherry tree on there and hope it turns out good enough. There we go. Okay. Now, let's put all of our little stuff back in there. There we go. See? Grungy little page. Now I'm happy because that blank spot is not blank anymore. Okay, I think I'm going to call it good. It's been 55 minutes. But we did get quite a bit done today. And everything can just sit over here and dry. And tomorrow my friend Tracy comes. So I have to get up tomorrow and kind of tidy up the house. And I'm going to mow the yard, and I'm going to run to Sam's. All that before she gets here. So, Tracy, if you're watching, take your time, babe. I know she'll go shopping up here at the antique mall before she gets to my house, so I think I'll be safe till about 2 o'clock. And then we're going to have a wonderful weekend together. I'll probably tell you all about that when she leaves on Monday. And we got a little rip here. We probably ought to repair that before I forget about it. Let's go ahead and put a little strip of material right there before we leave. Oh my goodness, you guys. Here it is. Okay. I've been using this old towel, this old tea towel. We'll just tear us a strip off of here. I can take my finger thingy off. Now, this is the terrible thing is I'm going to save it because that can still be used again. That's how cheap I am. Yes, that's how cheap I am. Okay, let's go ahead and just glue this on here, and that'll strengthen that little rip up because that's liable to get worse. It's going to get worse before it gets better. So we'll just go ahead and put that little strip of material on there. It'll add stability and beauty all at the same time. There we go. Now, we leave it hanging out the top, yes, because it looks cute. Every little raggedy thing that hangs out of a grungy journal adds a layer and makes it look cute, I think. He needs to be outlined. He just does. There we go. I don't think the fairies can see him as well if he's just blending in with the background. So that makes him pop. So when the fairies are coming in for a landing in that lily garden, they can see him. Okay, there you go. Thanks for hanging with me. And good night. I know it's after midnight here. And I will see you next time. Yes, Miss Moss, I know. It is time for me to change out my painty paper, isn't it? Bye-bye from Birdie.